right, let me go full screen here. All right, so we're going to have our breakout sessions, and they're going to be on Microsoft Teams. So everybody should have received a link that will take you to either Breakout 1 or Breakout 2. You get to choose which one. I've summarized here, just in sort of a sentence, what the basic theme of each breakout is. Breakout 1, which I will chair, basically asks the question of what are those tasks, organizational structures, tools, etc., that in the past or currently have been used in the preparation for a mission or an EVA or whatnot to set up the science team to best support the work of the mission. So what preparatory sort of things, what are the lessons learned, what remains unknown? Breakout 2, which Kelsey will chair, asks a similar question, but what are the sorts of activities, tasks, and so on are used to enable science support team to do their work during the mission? Okay, so that's what we mean by sort of lessons learned for pre-mission activities and historical lessons learned for mission activities. So to drill down a little bit deeper, I've shown on this slide sort of the leading questions, the driving questions for each of these two breakouts. So for breakout 1, what's on the table could include things like what sort of traverse planning strategies for robotic missions, for example, as well as for Apollo worked well, what is transferable as far as lessons learned for Artemis, what can we leverage from Apollo on ideal training activities or strategies, and I think that last bullet point is probably the most critical, or among the most critical. What are the best ways to integrate engineering, mission operations, and science in the run-up to a mission? Breakout 2, which Kelsey will lead, asks the questions: what worked well, and what can be improved from the design and function of how the Apollo Science Support Team was structured? What lessons learned can we leverage from Mars rover exploration in that same vein? And then what can we leverage from current operations with ISS into Artemis as far as how to structure mission activities during the mission? Just a reminder of breakout rules of engagement, similar to what we've been doing so far. We really want everybody to participate. You'll have the ability to speak in the Microsoft Teams, but also you'll be able to post questions on the chat if you're more comfortable with that. We will have recordings of all these sessions available at some point in the near future on the website. And again, life happens, so don't worry about life interruptions. And again, I remind you about the behavior policy. Anything you want to add, Kelsey?
No, just encourage, yeah, especially that first bullet point is that we're really looking forward to hearing from each and every one of you, and we want to capture as much diverse input and feedback as we can. Looking forward to the conversation.
Great. And then one last thing before we turn loose for our break and then to convene on the breakouts is we will adjourn for today after the Microsoft Teams breakout sessions conclude until tomorrow morning, where we'll meet up again here on WebEx at 11 a.m. At that point, Kelsey and I will summarize the results of today's breakouts at the start of tomorrow. And then tomorrow, we will also have another set of breakouts, which we'll talk more about tomorrow. So the conversation we're going to have over the next hour and then the hour tomorrow are going to be really where the meat of a lot of our reporting out comes from. So hopefully, everybody has a lot of food for thought after listening to all the wonderful talks today, and we'll have some great conversations. All right. Any questions?
This is Dean Epler. Could you send out the Teams link again, please?
Sure. I think we can get that posted onto the WebEx while I try to figure out how to stop sharing my screen. Anything else? Yep.
This is Fred. Do you have any preference for the Mars rover people to go to? Because I feel like we could be in either one and we would both provide important information.
Yeah, I think I can leave that up to your best intuition. I think either is relevant. I think you also have the ability to hop back and forth between the breakouts if you wish to do that. But yeah, however you think is the best way for us to capture what you want to contribute, I think that's good. And I see that the breakout links have been posted. So again, those are on Microsoft Teams. So we'll be done with WebEx for today once we're in those breakout sessions. And just a reminder that the breakouts are scheduled to start at 50 minutes after the current hour. So 3:50 p.m. Eastern time. Any other questions? Kelsey, anything you want to add?
Nope. Thanks, Jose.
All right. I'll see everybody on Microsoft Teams shortly.